Okay, so I got a new haircut. I'm ready to go. I wanted to do a video about Nancy Pelosi finally sending over the articles of impeachment, though actually she didn't send them over today. She just celebrated it. They don't get sent over until tomorrow, actually. But it just goes to show what a joke she is. She said this was a solemn event, and then she's all giddy, and she's quoting the movie The Irishman. She's got different pens for each letter of her name so they could commemorate this. It's a joke. It's transparent what they're doing. But I thought I'd take this opportunity, seeing as how I have a lot of new subscribers, to just articulate exactly what this impeachment scenario is about. All of this is about, yes, it's trying to stop Trump in 2020. It could have something to do with trying to keep Democrats in the Senate, such as Bernie and Elizabeth Warren, tied up to help Biden. But here's what the big thing is. The Democrats are seeking to criminalize investigating their corruption. And it's not just a Democrat thing. It's an establishment thing, because this stretches to the intel community. It's also the reason the media is cheering for it, because they don't want their ineptitude and their corruption in conjunction with the Democrats and the intel community to be put forward. In fact, I say it over and over, the establishment media at this point is nothing more than propaganda mouthpieces for the intel community, for the establishment, for the deep state, as we call them. So let me just give you my take real quick on the problems with this impeachment. Trump is being impeached not because he used a quid pro quo. We know that there has to be more than that for impeachment, because Obama and Biden admitted to using a quid pro quo with aid approved by Congress to the Ukraine in order to get a favor. We know that's what happened. Joe Biden admitted it at the CFR. He said, and this is a paraphrasing, he said, "I told the Ukraine, I'm getting on a plane in 6 hours, you're not going to get that money unless you fire Shokin, the prosecutor who's looking into Burisma," which happened to be the company that his son was on the board of directors of. The Ukrainians, according to Biden, said, "You're not the president." Biden said, "Go ahead, call him, call Obama. He'll say the same thing." And so eventually they capitulated. So unlike with the Trump situation, with Trump, we don't know if there was a quid pro quo. And clearly it wasn't successful, even if there was a quid pro quo. With the Obama-Biden situation, there was an admitted quid pro quo, and it was successful. They got the favor that they asked for. But the Democrats had no problem. Neither did the media, neither did State Department employees like Vindman or Yovanovitch and all of them. So what's the difference? It's not just a quid pro quo. It is what was the intent behind the quid pro quo. And as I've said on my channel over and over again, the entire impeachment fiasco, all of the witnesses, everything was just trying to get us where we already are with Obama and Biden, to prove that there was a quid pro quo. They haven't even got that far yet, but everything they've done, not one witness has spoke to Trump's intent. They have no idea what Trump's intent was. They just assume Trump, orange man bad, therefore his intent must have been for personal gain, where Biden and Obama, they're great moralistic people. So their intent surely had nothing. It's been debunked, they say, that this had anything to do with personal gain on their behest. But we know that's not true. We can see the lies they're telling. For example, they lied and said Victor Shokin, the prosecutor they had forced to be fired, wasn't doing anything with the case. But we know for a fact that the month that before Biden came out and issued his quid pro quo, that Victor Shokin seized the assets of the owner of Burisma, the guy who would have been Hunter Biden's boss. We know that he was proceeding forward with that case. In addition to that, it's very simple. Anytime we have an executive branch authority who refuses to give congressional approved U.S. tax dollars until a prosecutor is fired who happens to be looking into a company that his family member's a member of, there should be an investigation. I don't care if your name's Biden or Trump or Bush or Obama or Pelosi or Schumer. It doesn't matter. There's enough smoke. Remember, all the media said there was an appearance of a conflict of interest. Even the witnesses that testified against Trump from the State Department said, yes, we could see there was an appearance of a conflict of interest. Therefore, there should be an investigation. If there is reason to investigate the Bidens and the Obama quid pro quo, then there is no case to impeach Trump. The same people that are saying, it's been debunked, the Bidens did nothing wrong, Hunter Biden did nothing wrong, Joe Biden did nothing wrong. They have no evidence for that. There hasn't even been an investigation. They assume to know Biden's intent and Obama's intent, and then they also assume to know Trump's intent. But they don't have any proof of the intent of either of them. Anytime that we have an executive official use our tax dollars to force the firing of a prosecutor looking into their son's company or their family member's company, we should investigate. It's that simple. You can check out all of my other videos, and I'll be doing a live stream here in a day or two that goes through all of the additional evidence beyond that. That's a reason that the Senate should bring witnesses such as Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, Obama. They should also be bringing forth Victor Shokin, the fire prosecutor, and other people like the whistleblower and Adam Schiff to get to the bottom of what's going on behind this, because it's obvious that it was a coup from the get-go. So today's sending of the impeachment articles and the giddiness of it while they say, oh, this is somber. Oh, but we got special pens for the event and we're laughing and we're quoting the Irishman. It just goes to show it's more dishonesty. This is all about ensuring that the deep state never be investigated. It was okay for them to investigate Trump for 3 years nonstop, and the investigations will continue. But God forbid anyone suggest investigating them. That's impeachable. That's a crime. So, hey, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'll be putting out more material. I also will have a link on here to my Patreon, my PayPal, and BitChute and Twitter. So please follow me on there and support me if you can. And thanks, everyone, and have a good one.